when we are one, we bring more good about. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here.
Hey guys, as we're handing out the chocolates, just know that it is for the exercise. There's regular, sugar-free, and butterscotch. It's for the meditation.
Trust the flow. There's a freedom in love when you follow your heart. Together we are stronger than we could ever be apart. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Breathe in and out. Slowly feel all that's around you. All that you feel, all that you know, let it go. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. Yeah, when we unite. Oh, we unite. Yeah, yeah, when we unite. Yeah, yeah, welcome here. Love is welcome here. Peace is welcome here. You are welcome here.
Welcome, welcome, the Center for Spiritual Living Ocala. Welcome. How y'all doing today? Okay, one more time. Let me gauge one more time. How y'all doing this rising? Let's try it one more time. How y'all doing this rising? I love it. Just checking to see if you're awake this morning. Well, for our tactile learners, it is our first Sunday, which means we get to stick our hands in the soil and do a spiritual practice together. How many people are up for it? Does everyone have their morsels? Or everybody has the morsel that they need for the exercise? Fantastic. Does everyone have the handout? No. Okay. We need 2 more handouts right here. I need the clicker. Hey, Cindy, can you please click next? There we go. All right. Welcome to those online who are watching in real time and in whatever time space you're watching it. Our mission here at Center for Spiritual Living is that we embody and share truth principles and spiritual practices, like today, that empower us to awaken to the power and presence that lies within and all around us so that we may facilitate spiritual healing and the elevation of our individual and collective consciousness. That is our mission. And our vision is that we are a thriving new thought community dedicated to spiritual growth and practice, sacred activism, and a transformative love that reveals our interconnectedness and our oneness. And what do we mean by sacred activism? It is the intersection of consciousness and action. It is a place where prayer and service activate love and spiritual principles becomes a lived practice. Sacred activism is how we show up as a beneficial presence in the world. And if you're up for that, everybody say Ashe or Amen. There you go. Ashe or A women. Ashe or A women. I'm just kind of wondering if y'all were still awake up there. So we have some values here at CSL Ocala. I invite you to say them with me. Wholeness of spirit, spiritual and personal growth, collaborative, synergistic community, abundance and prosperity, love and compassion, appreciation and gratitude, peace and balance, power of freedom, diversity and inclusion, and generosity. Thank you so much. And for those who are wondering why we say it out loud together, is because we chose them together as a community. Is it about time for us to do it again? Send out the values and gauge what everybody's values are. And then the top values make it up here that we all repeat together. So that's how it's done. And that's why we invite you to say them, just as a reminder. Our announcements, what is coming up? We have the Science of Mind magazine in the bookstore. We still have some copies. Erin? Couple of copies left for those of you who like to touch the book and have your devotion every single week. I love the Science of Mind magazine because you do have daily devotions, daily affirmations you can check into just to kind of keep your mind, eyes on the prize. Rent-A-Slide is also available. Scan the QR code. If you have a business, if you have a shout out, if you have a birthday, if you have anything coming up and you said, hey, you know what, I want to support my community with a little bit of funds and I also want to just kind of send some love out there, then consider renting a slide. Spiritual monthly newsletter is also going out to your email, just kind of let you know what's going on in the community. The foundational course is coming up for those of you who are curious about CSL and what we represent and what we're all about, and you would like to take a foundational course. This one is certificated. You take this foundational course, it opens the door for you to step into leadership here, for you to step into some of our more intricate volunteer roles. So consider taking the foundational course. It's offered on Thursday starting May 7th for 6 weeks. It's changed now from 10 weeks to 6 weeks, so it's really, really nice. Change your thinking, change your life. Let Love Lead, Finding Faith Through Divine Doubt is with our inspirator, Reverend Cindy Grimes. That's on Monday, May 10th. And guess what? That is the day that we celebrate divine feminine and mother energy that all of us embody as we walk around. So we ask you to tap into that part of you. Sometimes divine doubt is needed. So you want to come in and hear what that's all about on May 10th. I don't know. Circle Sunday, From Doubt to Deeper Connections with Reverend Cindy Grimes again. That's on May 17th. And that is when we get into smaller groups and share our experiences together. Interestingly enough, when you do that, you find that others can put words to the thing that sometimes is in the back of your mind, just playing on repeat there.
And FYI, this month is going to be with Reverend Peggy.
This month is going to be with Reverend Peggy. So, yeah, and she's my spiritual mama. So she's incredible. So you definitely don't want to miss that.
She just gave us some butterfly plants.
Yes, she did give the community some butterfly plants out in the garden, so please go on out there and check them out. And if you're one that loves to garden, get your hands in the soil. I think they still need to be put in the ground, right? Oh, they may be done. So awesome. Thank you so much for those who did that. Yes. The 3-part workshop is coming up, The Ebb of Life. This is with our very own Jennifer Moy, and she's going to be covering Sailing Away. That's the second part of her experience. That's on May 17th at 1. Yep, May 17th at 1, and then right after service. So you definitely want to come in. I found a lot of information. She gave us some great handouts. This is the kind of thing that you don't want your family to have to do. You want to take care of the things that, it's important. All right, so you want to check it out, and it's really, we unbox a lot of stuff that may be scary and stuff that is all about celebrating you. Coming up, another Joyful Expressions Posi Trip fundraiser. We've been doing several fundraisers for our Posi team, which is our musical team that gives the music medicine from the stage. We get to go and get our fill from other musicians in the New Thought world and other, in just the bigger New Thought community, and learn from these workshops and classes, and then bring it back to our community and infuse it to you and improve ourselves. So thank you so much to those who helped us last year to go, and thank you in advance for those who are coming to all our different fundraisers. The taco bar is also a game night. For those of you who know about Your Phoenix is Rising, we are all about the fun, fully unplugging now. So when you're in that space with us, we're all about tapping into that which is our joy and play and innocence and camaraderie. And you want to come on out. It's a lot of fun, so come experience that for May 23rd from 5 to 8 p.m., the game night and taco bar. And I believe it's $15? 15 for adults and $10 for children.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, thank you, but Donna's got it. My bad. Go ahead. I was like, oh.
Can everybody do me a favor and look in this general direction and hold your hands out like this? Pam, come here. Come up here. Oh, no, your candy. You can get another one. Come up here, Pam. You know, for those who step into things that are different and scary, this woman stepped fully into her musician and started offering music medicine. And as a result, sometimes steps into her shyness. So everybody just kind of beams some love at her.
No, they stayed in the thing. Aww.
It got me. I was like, oh, shoot.
There it is. There's the logo, Pam. Root and Rise with Pam. Roots of remembrance from grief to grace. Is there anything you want to say about that?
I do, actually. And Jennifer Moy is from Ebb and Flow. We'll be doing a meditation and talking a little bit about her stuff as well. And it's not just for somebody you have like lost through death. It could be a part of you, or it could be an animal, something that you've lost. Just come in and it's a safe container. So I'm just wanting to send all my love and a safe place for everybody. I'm done.
Those who don't talk, but just, yes.
It's also $20 love offering.
Yeah, so the conscious exchange and investment for this kind of music medicine is $20, but I'm gonna tell you what we do when we do energy music is we duplicate that moment that you were created in, which is random sound and vibration. And when your body remembers that, the human story takes a pause. And what happens when the pause happens? The body returns back to healing and homeostasis. It's deep work, so thank you so much for stepping into that. I know, I'm so glad. And to be able to partner up with Jen, oh my gosh. Yes, that container is going to be definitely awesome. Volunteer opportunities. If you would like to be a part of the bones of this community, please come and see me, and we will get you plugged into one of our volunteer teams. The hub is also part of the community. You know, sometimes the space just kind of sits here empty during the day, during the week, and so we as a community decided to open the energy up. So many people step in and say, whoa, I love the vibe, and just stepping through this building heals a person. And I feel that all of you have lent to that container, so thank you. That is what the hub is about, a workspace, a collaborative space so that we can share our gifts and talents with each other and the greater community of Ocala and beyond. Inner technology, exploring the power of meditation and mind states. That is what we're exploring today. Everybody give it up for Reverend Cindy Grimes, our inspirator.
Oh, really? Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you, Donna, for all of that. And Pam for stepping into your greatness. Awesome, awesome. Do we have any first-time visitors here today? I don't think we do. Everybody's been here at least once before. today, I have to stop saying that. Well, welcome everybody. So you all know who I am and all of that. And thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Donna. And yes, first week of the month, we do spiritual practices. And I thought with all of the crazy, all of the stuff that's going on in the world right now, do y'all feel a little bit like, woo, you get pulled here, pulled there, reading headlines, and things get really crazy? Well, meditation and what we're talking about today is how to bring yourself back to center, right? Such an important thing. You know the eye of the storm? What's in the eye of a storm? Calm, right? Things can be swirling all around you, but you can find ways to bring yourself back to center. So that's what we're going to talk about today, that inner technology and the power of meditation and mind states. So, what if the answers that you are looking for, the answers you seek, don't come from thinking harder, right? But becoming more quiet, becoming more receptive. Because one of the things that we believe here is that we are part of this thing some people call God, call it the universe, call it whatever you want, but it is universal knowing, intelligence. It is the container that holds everything. And we can tap into that. But we can't tap into that when our minds are just full and racing, right? You can't hear the messages that is coming from within and from without if your brain is constantly full of stuff. Right? It's like that static that's always going. So let's see what that says. When we're triggered, we react, and when we're centered and present, we can choose. It's one of my favorite quotes from Viktor Frankl. Between stimulus and response, between what happens and what you do about it, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. That's how we own our power, by taking our time back, by taking our attention back, and being intentional about what comes next, not always getting pulled here, there, everywhere with whatever is happening in the world that is trying to get your attention. Are we all on board for that? Awesome, awesome. So I thought today we'd do some experiential things. You know, on our practices Sunday, we don't just talk about things. I'm not just giving you information, but giving you an opportunity to actually delve in and do the things. So we don't talk about meditation or mindfulness. We're going to actually do it. And so I thought a really fun way to experience a meditative or mindful moment is with chocolate. Y'all like chocolate? Anybody else like chocolate? Yes, yes, yes. So this is, has anyone ever done a chocolate meditation before? You've probably led one, right? You've led one. Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. It's been cacao. Yes, cacao. It's a wonderful way to do it. Now you can do this with really anything. You know, think about that strawberry ice cream. You may not want to eat the whole bowl, but maybe just a spoonful, if you did it really well, really mindfully, would be enough. And then you don't have to have all those extra calories, right? Yeah. So, what's that? The whole bowl? Never mind. Okay. All right. My brain is always on, you know, how to paring down, trying to, you know, lose some extra, releasing extra pounds. So that's where I go. But I'm going to ask you now to just get nice and comfy in your seats. Put both feet down on the ground. And take a nice deep breath in. And so this morning we're starting with a mindfulness meditation. This is something you can do very simply, anytime, any place. And in a mindfulness meditation, we simply keep our attention on the present moment, leaving the past in the past and knowing that the future is taking care of itself. This particular meditation is a multi-sensory experience as you get to enjoy the food of the gods, also known as chocolate. Chocolate comes from the cacao bean, which has been cherished for thousands of years. Legend has it that the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl was cast out of paradise for sharing this sacred plant with humans because only gods were thought worthy of chocolate. The Mayans believe that power and wisdom come from the fruit of the cacao tree. The cacao pods symbolize life and fertility. There was nothing more sacred. This most beloved fruit is believed to have over 100 medicinal properties. Ancients believed it to be a powerful spiritual cleanser. It's believed to cure anemia and tuberculosis. It is a natural antidepressant and an aphrodisiac. Scientists today have found that it also reduces the risk of heart disease. So now begin by blessing your chocolate. Everybody get your little cup if everybody has their chocolate chips or butterscotch, whatever you've got. Pour your blessings onto your chocolate, realizing its rich ancient spiritual heritage and giving gratitude for its mystical healing powers and for this present moment. Now experience the chocolate with all your senses. Don't eat it yet. Just bring your awareness to the appearance of your chocolate. Look at it like you've never seen chocolate before. Notice its color. Notice the texture and the shape. How it reflects the light. And how it feels on your fingertips. Now close your eyes and bring the chocolate to your nose and breathe in the aroma of that chocolate. Enjoy the scent. Notice what arises. If there are any memories, any expectations, or any sensations. Notice what else may be coming up for you. Is there a sense of anticipation? Maybe there's a little impatience and the desire to just pop it into your mouth and get on with things. There's no judgment. Just notice what's coming up for you. And now put the chocolate on your tongue. But don't chew it yet. Just let it rest there. Notice the texture. Notice the temperature. And notice the moment it begins to soften as it melts on your tongue. Notice how your body responds to the chocolate or the butterscotch. Notice the flavors on your taste buds. A mix of bitterness and sweetness, of richness and creaminess, a myriad of flavors dancing around in your mouth. And when you're ready, if you haven't already done it, begin to chew. And notice how the flavor explodes. Take the next minute or so to really enjoy your chocolate in the way that best suits you. And just stay with that experience as fully as you can. As you swallow the chocolate, feel its energy and power flowing through your body, not just down your throat to your stomach, but even down your arms to your fingertips, down your legs past your knees and down to your feet. Imagine that energy coursing back up your spine to your neck, to the top of your head, down to your face, and to your mouth again, completing a circle of vibrant energy. As you begin to refocus your attention from the inner to the outer realm, give thanks for your experience and for any insights you may have received. This is mindfulness. It's not changing anything. It's not forcing anything. It's just simply being aware. Mindfulness is presence. And so we give thanks for moments of simple satisfaction, for slowing down, for noticing the sweet pleasures of life, for choosing the joy that's available to us anytime we can shift to the present moment. Namaste. And when you're ready, come back to this room, this time and place, and open your eyes. All right. Now, chat with a neighbor a little bit about that experience. Whoever's sitting next to you, just what was that like? Have you ever eaten chocolate that way? What came up for you? Got any left? Got some left? Alrighty. So let's wrap up our conversations. Does anyone have anything they want to share with the bigger group? No? Yeah? Microphone. Well, you know, we do the mic so people at home can hear. And sorry, y'all at home, if you didn't have chocolate.
Hi, my
we
name
didn't
is
let you
Maddie.
know.
Can you hear me? My name is Maddie.
Mhm.
So what I noticed, and I did this before, how my ego came up. And I was like, you know, I want more, I want more. Where is the rest? You know? But it really helps to slow down, and I really enjoyed, you know, tasting it and forgetting how great it tastes if you just slow down.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Awesome. How great it tastes when you just slow down. Right? Instead, how many of y'all like inhale your food? Whoops. Right? Anybody else do that? You're just like inhaling it, barely even tasting it, right?
Actually,
Or
it's
eating in the car, right?
right.
What were you going to say?
I was
Pam?
just telling Keith that I want to do that more with eating food, is savor it and be more mindful and just just enjoying it instead of scoffing it down.
Right, right. Instead of scoffing it down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome. Erin.
So it was interesting, kind of like slowing down and eating it this way. Like, I realized exactly how hot-blooded I am, and like just one chocolate chip on my tongue was completely melted in seconds, without chewing. And also, it was like interesting noting the different components of the flavor. I mean, yes, there's the usual chocolatey sweetness, but there's like a fruitiness to it, and I also detected kind of like a peppery sharpness to it as well, which was kind of interesting.
How cool is that, huh? Who knew it had so much stuff to it, right? A little chocolate chip. You gave her the hot chocolate. Awesome, awesome. So that's mindfulness. Yeah, Donna. It's real casual today, like a mini
Yeah.
workshop. Okay, so
So I love metaphors and I love analogies. And when I had the chocolate in my hand, it became, I could see myself. And it was me. Because the chocolate and I are like the same color. So, yeah, we're the same color. The same kind of smoothness, you know. And then it occurred to me as we were going through the meditation, I was like, oh my gosh, it's just like that. Because, you know, of course I'm working in my business and doing stuff, and I thought, why would anybody choose me over another practitioner? And I thought, well, why would anybody go to the dollar store to buy a chocolate as opposed to going to a chocolatier to buy chocolate? You know, and it's really preference. Each person has their own preference for their chocolate, but it's the same thing with me as a practitioner, as a business person. It was such a great analogy to be able to see myself, you know, that you can be at a chocolatier's, you know, you can be in Paris, you know, connected to beautiful wine as people are enjoying the chocolate, you know. It's any number of things. So it was great to have that analogy thrown right in my face simply because I had the same colors of chocolate.
that's so cool. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was and
And
sweetness, yes.
You know, and even purchasing it, I was thinking about that too. Do I get milk chocolate? Do I get the semi-sweet? Do I get the really dark? Like, you know, what are people going to like? And if I give them too many options, we'll be here forever. But, you know, so I settled in on milk chocolate and the sugar-free, right? But all of it is chocolate. All of it is chocolate. And there's the sweetness, and there's a little bit of bitterness, and there's a little bit of pepperiness to it, right? All of that stuff, and that creaminess, it's all of it. It's awesome. One more, Christina. Pass the mic.
I particularly enjoyed when you said the memories. The memories that just popped up as soon as you said the word. And I enjoyed taking the time to savor all the memories, like baking with my mom when I was young, and you know, doing things with friends and eating chocolate and all. There was a whole like myriad of memories that flew right up. It was that was a lot of enjoying the memory with the taste as it melted in my mouth. I'm like, I'm gonna eat chocolate like this all the time now.
That's awesome. Elaine Scotland. I love it. And that's just one little thing, a few little chocolate chips, right? Think about if you did that throughout the day. Of course, you'd never get anything done if you did it all day. But pick your moments, right, to come back to center. But you do. You're right. You do. You do. Yes. Right. Elaine.
So you brought up something interesting, the analogy between do you get your chocolate from Dollar General or do you get your chocolate from a chocolatier? What do you accept for yourself?
Yes, yes. What do you accept for yourself? What do you choose? What do you choose? We can choose whatever. There's no right or wrong, right? It's just what we choose, what we decide for ourselves. Cheryl.
As far as chocolate goes, like I see people with the Reese cup and they'll just shove it in their mouth, chew it up, and swallow it. Now me, I eat all my chocolate the way we ate it today. Every single time. I don't chomp it and swallow it.
Yeah. So just some ideas for adding a little more mindfulness to your day, whether it's your coffee in the morning or your little dessert or whatever the moment happens to be, to just savor it. A sunrise, right? You can have a mindful moment over the sunrise, the sunset. It could be anything. Yeah.
Another thing about the memory, which, I do a lot of those indigenous practices. I swear to you, when I smelled that chocolate, something inside of me said that this is what Africa smells like. It was the craziest experience. And then when she said memory, I was like, that's so crazy that it just popped into my mind. But if I had to think about what the Serengeti smells like and feels like, it smelled like that chocolate, the way it smelled and that very earthy smell. It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, y'all got even more out of this than I thought you would, so that's So let's talk about what's going on here in this with mindfulness and meditation and some of like the brainwave states. Everybody should have a handout. If you don't, let me know. Two-sided handout. I could actually use one myself. I think I got one. Here we go. Okay. So, we're electrical beings, actually, right? Like there's a current that runs through us. And so as we're going through our day-to-day life, our brain is actually in different brainwave states. And if you were hooked up to an EEG, you could see when you were in these different states. So the fastest state is gamma. And that's one that has only been found very recently of your brainwave states. It's the very fastest one. It is probably the one right now that has the least amount of research because it was found most recently. But what happens when you're in a gamma state is insights, peak experiences, synchronization of thought. And then beta, which is our waking state, that's where we are most of the time. In your day-to-day life, you're in the beta state. You're thinking about things, you're problem solving. Let's see here. We'll just go ahead and read it. Yes. Beta waves are faster and commonly seen in active, alert, decision-making, and problem-solving states. Now, high beta is also linked to stress, busyness, and reactivity. So you want to have balance, right, in your beta state. Now here's another interesting thing. The beta state increases when your movement is restricted or suppressed. When you're not able to move, you're more in beta. So a way to bring beta down is to get into movement, right? To go out and take a walk, to do some kind of repetitive motion that is going to kind of bring you out of that kind of hyperactive state. Does that make sense? Then alpha, your alpha state, is probably where you were in that moment now of doing the meditation, of this mindfulness activity. You were probably in that alpha state. That's where you are when you're calm and relaxed, but you're still awake. It's associated with focused awareness and presence. Alpha can reduce and even alleviate symptoms of major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder. Wow, right? Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you anything but bringing your attention back to center, right? To reduce anxiety and depression. Better than a pill even, right? Imagine that. And then we have theta, which theta is a little bit slower than alpha. And that is that twilight state. You know the state between being awake and being asleep? You're kind of half in and half out. So y'all know about Thomas Edison. Have you heard that he would do things to put himself into that theta state? Sit in a chair and holds like metal ball bearings with a pie tin underneath his hands so that he could get to that space of just like, right, being asleep. And when he'd fall asleep, of course, the balls would fall out of his hands and wake him up. But then he could think about what was going on, or he would pose questions to himself before going into that state and see what answers would come. He was tapping in to that universal presence and stopping the resistance, right? Bringing out all of those thoughts that are taking him here, there, everywhere to get that clear connection with the divine. You had a question, Maddie? Yeah.
Thanks, I'm Maddie, and I'm also a hypnotist. So when you're in hypnosis, we actually do the theta waves, where we actually able to work with the subconscious mind. Like, for example, I had a car accident when I was 3 years old, and I never understood why I have such a phobia of driving, which I still do to some extent today. But when I did hypnosis, I uncovered that memory, right? So it's possible, like that's why, for example, talk therapy is not as effective, right? Especially with trauma. So when we do hypnosis, we are really able to get really deep. So that's why I take advantage of that.
Yes, yes. It's fascinating. We can generate these states in different ways.
And
Go ahead.
something so that others are presence the awareness is that we in energy music, we work within the alpha and theta.
Yes.
That's where we take you. We take you from the beta to the alpha and then theta. For some people, they fall asleep. But
Yes, some
yeah.
people, it's real easy to fall asleep.
Yes.
That's another thing. When you're sitting in meditation, sometimes I have tried before laying down and meditate because you're nice and calm. Well, you get too calm. And then you're falling out. So a better thing to do is to just be in a chair where you're just a tiny bit uncomfortable because it will keep you awake. So you can be kind of, in that alert state, but not all the way down into delta, which is the slowest of the brainwave states. And that's where we go when we're in deep sleep. Now, I did not always appreciate the power and the necessity of sleep. It's like, I'll sleep plenty when I'm dead. I don't know if any of you have ever said that. I don't say it anymore because I understand now the necessity of sleep. And what's happening when you're in deep delta is physical healing and cell regeneration. Like your body needs it. Your body needs that sleep. So all of these brainwave states is part of our natural, human living. Yeah, Donna.
And I try to tell people, as a nurse health coach, I'm telling you, nothing in the world works without a pause. Everything needs the pause. So either you do it with intention or your body will force you to do it. That's how you end up in a hospital. That's how you end up with heart disease, stroke. Name the silent killer. That's why we call it that. You don't know it's there, but it's just waiting. Take the intentional pause. And that's not just sleep that your body needs. So even when we're doing meditation and we're doing music with people and some people fall asleep into that delta, we allow them to stay there because sometimes they never reach there in a safe place. Not everybody has safety so that their body can shut off. And so we provide that, especially here. When you have stuff here to do, come in. You'll be surprised. Your body may shut off here and it may not shut off at home.
Yeah. And it may be just what it needs.
It may be what
Erin?
it needs, yeah.
I wanted to share something that I found interesting that I had to look up, because in the descriptions of the different waves, it was talking about how the gamma waves happen spontaneously during REM sleep, but during the chart, it's like theta waves are dreaming. And so I was like, I'm now just kind of wondering what actually happens. And so I was looking it up, and like the little AI summary of it was saying that when you're dreaming, you do end up getting into like the theta waves, and at the same time, you will spontaneously jump into the alpha and gamma waves at the same time. So you're experiencing multiple wave patterns, like when you're having those really, really vivid dreams during REM sleep. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. And you have to get there, though, right? You have to be sleeping deep enough for you to be able to go into that dream state. It's all super, super important. Taking care of our bodies, making sure that we get enough rest. The spaces between, right? We don't think about spaces between so much, right? Even when you're looking at the screen up there, there has to be space between the letters or you wouldn't see them. You wouldn't see the words. There has to be space between sounds. Or there's no music, right? There has to be the space in between. Yeah. Elaine.
So my take on it is that the sleep state is restorative to the physical body, but that's the end result, because we're spirit beings having a human experience. We need to shut the body down so that we can live more in our natural state for a window of time.
Ah, that's so good. Yeah, because the spirit isn't sleeping,
Correct.
right? That
Correct.
part's always going.
We're in an entrapment, so to
Mm-hmm,
speak, you know, contained in the physical body, which is not necessarily our normal state of being in the eternal aspect of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to shut the physical body down so that we can experience our eternal selves.
Beautiful.
And the end result is when we step back fully into the body in our state of awareness, that we find that there has been some restorative um, application to the physical body,
Absolutely.
but it's about allowing ourselves to be more in our natural state of being.
Love it, love it. Yeah. So I'm thinking about like a radio, you know, is receiving, but it's also transmitting. But it is the physical equipment, right? So if your radio is not working well, or there's, you know, it needs repair, it's not going to receive or transmit as well. So our body is our receiver and our transmitter, right? Of that. Yeah, yes, exactly. So we have to take care of the equipment. Right.
The soul is experiencing the touch
Through the body.
use of the finger,
Yes,
to sense something.
that's right.
But the physical body has no.
Mike? Sorry, hey, Norma. Again, we're using the mic so people at home can hear. There's lots of wisdom being shared here today.
Piece that we have to kind of remember and bring to our awareness all the time is that there is a finite to the body. The body only has so many cells that it can turn over, and it can only do it so quickly. So I think the idea for us is like, oh, we could do it that much quicker, but it's like telling the tree to grow quicker. It's not possible. So what has happened for us in the past is that we have pushed our bodies to think, well, the body can do this thing, and we assume that everybody can do that, and it's not. It's only it's finite what's available to you. And again, you don't pay attention. Without sleep, it can't pay attention. Like you have 1,000 cells over here thinking. Those cells aren't available to repair because they're busy thinking. And there's only so many cells up in there. So if you shut down the other things, then the body can say, oh yeah, go back to homeostasis, which is repair the damage that was done in the thinking. Because there's damage. And if we don't repair it in real time, it's going to say, okay, and it's going to store it as cortisol, fat, all that stuff, because it don't have the time to reset.
Excellent, excellent. Another one, Mary?
Sleeping's so important because you work through your day thinking, and busyness when you're sleeping. And that's what your dreams are working out for you so that you can disperse a lot of this stuff. So a lot of trauma it's necessary to sleep and dream to release trauma as well. So sleep is like taking your ethereal body and working out the physical limitations.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you. All right, so then there's different practices for different needs, right? We've got mindfulness, which we just did, that increases your awareness. Then there's a receptive type of meditation, which is where you're quieting everything down, right? Clearing the circuits so that you're receptive and can get the information that is there for you. Then there's a directive kind of meditation, which is leading you to a particular place. It's like creating. It's putting your thought out. That's when when we're in receptive mode, we're receiving. When we're in transmitting mode, we're directing. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so now this is just a few different types of meditation. There's also mantras that you can do. A loving kindness meditation is a type of directive meditation where you're putting things out, opening your heart. And then there's movement. There's movement. For some of us, that's the best meditation, is just to get out walking, doing something that's a repetitive motion. Or, people that knit, crochet, you're doing something where you're doing this repetitive thing that is getting you out of the thinking loop, right? Artwork, music, drumming, any of those kinds of things are a meditative type of activity that is going to help restore your system or open you up to greater creativity. So to meditate is to listen with a receptive heart. Supposedly the Buddha said that. I don't know about that, but. So we're going to do now another type of meditation. We'll call this a receptive meditation. So with this one, we're not focusing, we're not solving anything, we're not creating. We're just going to be listening. So get nice and comfy again. And by the way, our topic for this month is divine doubt. Divine doubt. So this is a practice, these kinds of meditative practices, whether it's mindfulness or receptive meditation or whatever, is just giving us space to sit with our questions, to sit with our doubt. You can pose the questions to yourself and see what answers are within you that are wanting to answer your question or your concern. And so, when doubts emerge in our minds, we try to think our way through them, but clarity doesn't usually come from more thinking. It comes from creating space. So let's get comfortable, let your body settle down again, and gently close your eyes if that's comfortable. And begin by bringing awareness to your breath. You're not going to change the way you're breathing, just noticing it. Inhale and exhale. And allow your exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. It's a way of letting your body know that you're safe, that all is well. And now bring your awareness to your body. Just allowing the tension to flow out, softening your forehead, softening your jaw and your face, letting your shoulders relax, letting your body know that it doesn't have to hold anything right now. Just allow any tension to flow down your torso, down your legs, and feel yourself grounded in your seat. As your body settles, allow your mind to settle as well. And if thoughts arise, and they will, just notice them. There's no need to follow them or push them away. Just let them pass on through like clouds across the sky. Gently bring your attention to the space within. And if it feels right, you might ask of yourself, very softly, almost like in a whisper, what is wanting my attention right now? There's nothing to search, nothing to analyze. Just allowing. What is life inviting me to notice right now? whatever arises or doesn't arise is perfectly okay. Sometimes clarity comes as a thought. Sometimes it comes as a feeling. Sometimes it's stillness. Trust that something is unfolding, even if you can't name it yet. If your mind wanders, gently return to your breath. Return to the space. Return to simply being available. Now you might imagine yourself sitting quietly with something greater, with life, spirit, presence, not looking for answers, just being in relationship. Gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Back to your body. Back to the room. And before opening your eyes, just notice, is there even a slight shift? A little more space. A little more calm. A little more clarity. This is the practice of receptivity. Not forcing answers, but clearing space for answers to emerge. When we stop trying so hard to figure everything out, we can often begin to hear what's been there all along. When you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the room if you haven't done it already. Take a moment to talk with your neighbors again. What came up for you? How was that different than the chocolate meditation? Thank your neighbor. What's that? Say thank you, neighbor. Thank you, neighbor. All right. Yeah, better? Okay. Does anyone want to share anything about that one with the larger group? About this receptive meditation? Is this the one you all do most often? More like a quiet, letting the messages come through? Anybody practice this? Good. Good, good, good. All right. Hearing no comments. Oh, I do have one.
With the chatter in the mind about what do I have to do today? What is my to-do list, chores, whatever. It's hard for me to tell myself that I deserve to meditate and have a clear mind for a short time. Obviously, everybody knows the benefits if you've meditated, but it's also hard for me to just say it's okay to clear your mind temporarily.
Right. Can anyone else relate to that? Like
Okay,
you've got so much to do, you can't take 5 minutes to meditate, right? And let your mind get quiet. Do you know the story of the woodcutter? Cutting the trees, so there's the woodcutter who's out there sawing trees down and he's sweating buckets, it's just like he's working so hard. And this guy walks by him and says, "Have you thought about sharpening your saw?" He's like, "I don't have time for that." Right? So that's what we're doing when we're meditating, right? You take that moment to sharpen the saw, and that 5 minutes can give you God knows how much time back, right? Yeah, it's all in the spin. It's all, yeah. So, yes, go ahead, Maddie.
Yes, thank you. So I've been meditating like pretty much 25 years, and I tried Zen, I tried Hindu, but I'm telling you, it's still difficult for me, because we all have this monkey mind, right? So what I do mostly, which is also self-hypnosis or guided meditation, and if you're just new trying out, some of these apps may work for you. I don't know if you're familiar with them. Headspace, and there are several apps, or even going on a YouTube guided meditation. And I think one of the things I also notice in my clients is this idea I have to be perfect. But the thoughts are always going to be there as long as you live. So if you just keep focusing back or using a breath or using guided meditation, I think that works best if you're just starting out.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And that's why we call it practice. Because you do it over and over and over again, just like anything else. You practice, and the more you practice, the better you get at it. We had another question?
It was me.
Comment?
Hi. So I was having a rough week. I haven't been sleeping very well. I've been sleeping too much, and I think I'm learning that I'm dreaming too much. But as soon as I found my breath and I calmed down, I saw an image of myself when I was younger, and she was basically crying, saying, "You need to slow down. You need to slow down." And that really helped catch up with her.
Beautiful. Slow down. Give yourself, I'm giving you permission. Now you give yourself permission, right? Slow down, slow down.
So I find some YouTube videos very helpful. And once in a while I'll get one where I can really get into it and just go with it. And, but it's just having the discipline to do it on a regular basis, even though I feel wonderful while I'm doing it, and afterwards it's hard for me to get into that discipline.
Yeah. And again, practice, right? And discipline. I mean, it really is as simple as you can do it when you're brushing your teeth. Like, tie it to something that you already do. How about a mindful shower? Right? Taking it, like feeling the water as it's falling on you. Anybody else do that? Take the moment to feel what that is. And if you've ever been in a hospital and not been able to take a shower, you know how much you really appreciate, right? Having that, right? It's sure, it does. It is, it really is. So many ways that we can slow down and heal ourselves. That if you attach it to something that you already do, then it's easier to find the discipline. Yeah.
And
Yeah, this one
sometimes,
over here.
for me, I attach it to my meditation. I call it my meditation moment because I'm serving my body in my moment when I'm smoking. So I tell people all the time, when you're using different things, especially those who come from indigenous practices like that, that's a great time to connect two indigenous practices to each other, because I found that it's more powerful. And for those who use herb to get to those states of meditation, to then use that meditation moment to allow and ask yourself what's really needed to be asked. And if you need extra help and you have somebody that's a talk therapist while you're in that state, that's when you can really allow the body to release that which no longer serves it, like the trauma stories and whatnot. So it's very powerful. And for those who are using things like ketamine and things like that, or cannabis, to understand that you pair the two together, because that's when your body is in its most receptive state. So even if you're taking water, for example, you're dehydrated and you're putting water in your vessel, at that moment is a great time to slow down and use it as a meditative practice to pair the two together. Yes.
Turn it into a ritual. What a great idea. Yes, even just your morning coffee or your water, right? Yeah.
I was just going to say, for me, I started meditating, I want to say it was probably 5 years ago, and I started with 1 minute. And now what really helps me, I before I wake up in the morning, before I even get out of bed, especially as like a solo mom and everything, before I even get out of bed, I go straight into meditation and prayer. And that has you're talking about pairing, has like that, because I need discipline. Like that, for me, I need to pair something. And it has helped me so much, is that routine. And then because I am with the kids all day, at night, we have a set hour after our day where we're all doing our own unique spaces. And I go and I'm able to do that. And so those are just pairings that have worked. But the biggest thing that has helped me is like before I get out of bed. And that's me, but like literally before I get out of bed, I don't even open my eyes. And if I I don't really miss it, but if I happen to miss it, this is just me, like it affects my day. So like it's really important. So anyway. And before I touch my phone. Yeah, like literally, and for me, it's literally before I open my eyes. If I open my like, I don't even go pee. Like
The day has started, right?
Like, anyway.
Awesome. We had Elaine. Oh, go ahead. The mic is here. Let's hear Mary, and then we'll go over here.
Another thing is I'm physical. I'm a very physical person, so I'm busy all the time. So there are some recharging and Tai Chi exercises that are very helpful, especially if you're going through the day and you really need to slow down. You need to give that body some energy of releasing the craziness, the multitask energy that's habitual in a lot of our lives. And then after you take care of the body, then the mind and your soul can really settle in to a deeper meditation. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah. I love that. I'm missing our Tai Chi. If anyone knows a Tai Chi instructor, love to have Tai Chi here again. That's a wonderful thing. Even just doing dishes, I'm practicing my stance in Tai Chi. Standing online in the grocery store or wherever, practicing, my stance. And it may look a little weird to other people because I'm not standing straight like everybody, but, just kind of settling in, right? It feels good. Go ahead, Elaine.
So you can use any kind of artificial means to set the intention, like burning a candle.
Yes.
You can use anything to take a focus. You can use the end of your finger to take a focus. Anything that directs your thoughts to one point gives you that focus. And then from there, once you set the intention and then use the artificial method to get there, whatever that method might be, then that opens you up to the receptivity.
Yes.
Right?
And I think your brain comes to expect the thing. Like if you always burn incense or you always light the candle, then you go in that much faster because your body knows what to do. That's why the ritual. That's why the ritual. That's why an altar. Mary's
Oh.
about to bust.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Okay,
Pam.
like, okay.
Frequency music. Oh, YouTube has the best choices of frequency music, and it teaches you. Some are for healing, some's for meditation. Is that what you were going to say? Okay, but I find that if I play that in my house while I'm busy cleaning or whatever and burning incense, it just keeps me in a meditative state.
Yes.
There's a few things that I do. I mean, I will do like with a Palo Santo and sage, burn that, and listen to different healing frequencies, and meditate during that. And also like with fire, you sit there, you can, burn things and still and meditate on letting that go. So that's really good.
Yes, wonderful. Wonderful. Love this. One more, Maddie. And I have one more meditation for us.
Yeah, so I'm going to be quick. I just want to piggyback what Donna said, because I do actually ketamine therapy, and I'm a survivor myself, PTSD, and I'm telling you, until I started doing the ketamine and cannabis, it was like a miracle to me, and I offered this, and I'm so grateful that I now can combine my meditation practice with ketamine, and hopefully mushrooms soon. Thank you.
There are all kinds of ways. There are all kinds of ways. You can go online, as people have said, YouTube videos that tell you the different frequencies that are going to help push your nervous system. I've got the device. How many of you have used the Roxiva? The light sounds. We'll chat after service. But it's a device that uses light and sound to really kind of push your nervous system into those different states. It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
Your Phoenix is Rising just finished and mastered our CD, which is going to be bringing sound and vibration to you,
Beautiful.
so that way you can experience this as if in real time. Because here's the thing, muscle has memory, and if your body can be triggered because of a horrible memory, then it can also be triggered because of a wonderful one. And so every time I take a shower, I think about Benta River Falls and what it feels like to be underneath them falls, and my body goes, yes! And I'm telling you, it feels that much better, and it makes your shower that much nicer.
Isn't that awesome?
Universal flow.
Close your eyes while you're in the shower and be in the falls, right? And the water is wonderful. You don't have to be freezing. Yes, love it. Ah, wonderful. All right, so now we're going to do a directive meditation, and some of you may have experienced this before. I'm combining a couple of things here with a loving kindness meditation where we're sending out our intention. So, all right. This is a more active form of meditation where we're not forcing here, but we're choosing the state that we want to cultivate. And so close your eyes again if you're ready to do that. And once we've quieted our minds and opened our hearts, we can begin to direct our attention with intention. And today we're choosing love as our intention. During this meditation, we'll practice feeling and being the expression of compassion and loving kindness toward ourselves and others. And so we settle back into the stillness, bringing awareness again to the breath. Inhale and exhale, allowing your exhale to be a little longer than the inhale. And just relax into the moment. Just let your breath move naturally as your body relaxes and your mind is awake and aware. Now bring your awareness to your heart space, to the center of your chest. You might even place your hand there if that feels comfortable for you. Each one of us has within us the capacity for loving kindness. It is what flows naturally as we let go of the barriers to its presence. This love holds a desire for the well-being of all, both for ourselves and for others. And so we begin this experience of loving kindness with ourselves, allowing our hearts to feel the basic goodness that's inside of us. And if acknowledging that's difficult, picture yourself as a child, innocent, sweet, loving, kind, and generous. Know that little one is still a part of you. Or maybe look at yourself through the eyes of one who loves or has loved you deeply. It may be a friend, a grandparent, a child, or a pet. Think about how they've loved you. Allow the feeling to flow through you. And notice where the sensation shows up in your body. Maybe it's a pleasant warmth, a sense of lightness or expansiveness. Now rest in this feeling of unconditional love for a few moments, allowing yourself to bask in the energy of compassionate, loving kindness. Just breathe it in and breathe it out. Imagine your breath moving in and out of your heart space, softening, opening, and expanding. Gently begin to offer words of loving kindness to yourself. Not forcing them, but just letting them be. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be divinely guided. Allow yourself to receive your own kindness and repeat to yourself in the silence, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be divinely guided. Now bring to mind someone you love easily. Maybe it's a relative or a friend. Remember that this person, just like you, wishes to live well and not to suffer. See them in your mind's eye. Feel their presence. And offer these same words to them. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be divinely guided. Again, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be divinely guided. Now bring to mind a neutral person, someone you don't know well. maybe an acquaintance, or the cashier at the grocery store, or a neighbor down the street. Remember that this person, just like you, wishes to live well and not suffer. Silently repeat these phrases, offering them the same kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be divinely guided. Again, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be divinely guided. Now bring to mind someone who may be challenging for you. Maybe it's someone for whom you feel little or no empathy or compassion. Remind yourself that this person, just like you, also wishes to live well and not suffer. Silently repeat the phrases, offering words of loving kindness to that individual. There's no need to force the emotion, just the willingness to offer what you can give. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be divinely guided. Even a little openness is enough. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be divinely guided. Finally, we expand our awareness to go beyond ourselves, beyond this room, beyond our community, and beyond our country, to encompass all living beings on the planet. Remind yourself that all beings, just like you, simply want to live and not suffer. Silently repeat the phrases, offering words of loving kindness to all beings. May all be filled with loving kindness. May all be well. May all be peaceful and at ease. May all be divinely guided. Again, may all be filled with loving kindness. May all be well. May all be peaceful and at ease. May all be divinely guided. We bring this practice to a close by extending loving kindness to ourselves once more. Return your awareness to your breath, to your body, and notice what you may be feeling. This was a directive meditation where we choose what we cultivate, where we choose the state we live from. Remember, where love leads, faith follows. There is one divine, infinite intelligence ever revealing itself in new and unexpected ways. I release the need for certainty, remaining open, calm, curious, and willing to be guided by the love that strengthens and renews. May we walk forward in peace, clarity, and faith, knowing we are divinely guided to our highest and best. Gently open your eyes when you're ready and return to the space. All right. So how was that one? Every Sunday, huh? We should do that. Starting with the love right here for ourselves and letting it radiate out. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So we're wrapping up here. The benefits of meditation. You've got this on your handout on the other side from the brainwave sheet. I'm not going to go through and read them all just in the interest of time, but you've got it. And if you're at home, maybe we can post this someplace for folks to download from our site. But meditation, it's a simple, accessible practice that supports your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And even a few minutes a day, even just 5 minutes a day, can make a difference for you, right? So it has mental and emotional benefits. We already talked about how it reduces the stress hormones, it calms your nervous system, can help with anxiety and depression, increasing your self-awareness. It can also impact your relationships and your inner well-being, allowing yourself to cultivate that compassion for yourself and for others. You know, when we remember, you really take time to realize that we're all human beings, and no matter how outrageous or ridiculous or wonderful or whatever we are, that we're still just people, right? Everybody basically wanting the same thing, right? To live their best lives. It has physical well-being, benefits for your well-being. We've talked about that. Improving sleep. Look at this, can even reduce chronic pain, lower your blood pressure, and support heart health. We've talked about the different types of meditation where you're focusing your attention, mindfulness, receptive, directive, loving kindness, movement, somatic. There's so many different kinds. And if you want to get a good overview, just keep hanging out with us because we do something different every week. So take the ones that work, release the ones that don't. If you have some new ones for us to check out, if you've got great websites you want to share with other people, we're all here to support one another. And there's great synergy when we come together with this same kind of intention. Norma.
For me, I listen to a lot of Karen Drucker music. Like everybody's been talking about the intonation of the hertz, but words sometimes have like this one just did with your affirmations and your mantra. Karen Drucker is the queen of mantra and meditative songs. So even this morning, I turned them on before coming to the service. Karen just does it. I just have it playing. I was playing cards with Cheryl this week, and she's like, "Do you listen to anything other than Karen Drucker?" But I do. You know, I listen to a lot of it because it kind of sets the intention for a lot of your day, your mood. You know, when you have to put up with difficult people.
You might have been the one she was sending love to. So yes, Karen Drucker, she was kind of the what do you call it, the inspirator for this particular meditation. She has a song, "May I be filled with loving kindness." It's just over and over, right? May I be filled. Y'all sing it. Somebody else. Kindness, may I be well, may I be peaceful and at ease, and may I be happy. Let's say it again. May I be filled with loving kindness, may I be well, may I be peaceful and at ease, and may I be happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. And I am happy. Awesome, awesome. Again, available online. There's lots.
It's in the bookstore.
That's right. We've got Karen Drucker. Who else? Z and
We
Melissa.
have tons of different music.
So many. So many of our Posse music artists have great mantras and songs that they then become like a loop, a really great loop to have in your brain.
Ho'oponopono is another good one too.
It's another one, yeah, yeah. So as we delve in this month to this idea of divine doubt, you know, I want you to think about this. What would it look like if you met your doubts this week, not with fear or urgency, but with presence, curiosity, and love? Because we all have our moments, right? We all have our doubts. Some of us start reading the news before we do our meditation. True confessions here, right? But what if we meet those doubts with great expectation, with curiosity, and with love, right? You can say
I
something.
just wanted to say something about the last meditation, like sending it out to everybody. I felt I was doing Reiki, sending Reiki. Like I felt the same feeling doing that.
That's beautiful. Yes, yeah. Did you all feel that? Like we're sending you know,
Reiki,
sending
healing,
it out?
whatever.
You know, imagine us as this beautiful little lighthouse right here in little old Ocala, and we're just sending that love out, beaming it out to everybody. And you know, people feel that energy when they come here. As folks are coming in and checking out the hub, they come into this space and they're like, there's something really different here, you know? It's a special space.
We call it
It's
vibes.
the vibes, right? We're sending out the
You
good
hear
vibes
people
from
say
here.
now vibes.
That's right, butterfly wings.
But
Yeah.
the other piece too is to remember that you're always transmitting. You don't have a choice. So you might as well co-create.
That's it.
You might as well co-create because, and I do it with my brain. My brain is always playing the what if game with me. What if you get killed by a car? What if it da 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 da? And so now I play the what if game with it too. Well, what if I step outside and Publisher Current House is right there? Or what if, you know, and I do something so crazy because it sends you so crazy on one side. So you have to balance it. It's your imagination going wonky. You balance it with another what if. It's really fun to play that game because then your brain goes, wait a minute. And then you start laughing at yourself.
That's right. That's right. Intentional, being intentional co-creators of our experience, right? So these are takeaways. I hope you got this today, that mindfulness, to use that, whether it's your chocolate or your shower or whatever it is that you can be in that moment, brushing your teeth, right? Of taking that moment to be mindful, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed. Just take a moment to breathe. And a little cheat code is to let your out breath be longer than your in breath. Because when we're in anxiety, when we're in fear, it's short, shallow breathing. So you want to take the deeper breath and trick your body into saying, oh, I really am relaxed because my body can take this longer time to breathe out, right? You had something, Chris?
Another cheat code for deep breathing. You ever notice that when you're in anxiety and you're in the moment and you have a hard time taking a breath in, it's like a struggle to take that breath in, it works really well to breathe out first. Just breathe out as much as you can and then your next natural breath in, it just comes in a lot more naturally, the breath in, because you've let everything out of your lungs to make room for the breath in.
Excellent, excellent. I love that we have nurses and therapists, people like that here that can give us these extra cheat codes.
Yeah. Another cheat code as I'm running over here is to be a baby. You know, babies do it all the time. They go, quick breaths in and long breath out. Think baby.
Donnie, you're a hard act to follow. I got that. If you want to simply start very easily to practice mindfulness, you mentioned it a couple of times about meditating when you brush your teeth. Try using your opposite hand to brush your teeth.
Ah, yeah. That'll keep you paying attention.
Yes,
right?
it will.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing in nurse coaching, we call it slowing down to speed up. So think slingshot. You can go a lot faster in a slingshot if you slow down.
Hello, my name is Haley. My brain is wired with ADHD and autism. And for me, meditation, like Mary, I love to move. I truly do. It's something that my physical body just truly thrives when I move. And I had to leave for the second meditation. I had to go outside. And I did move around a little bit out there. And then I came back in here for this second meditation, or the third meditation. And it works so much better for me. My body just holds so much energy, and I just got to get it out, because otherwise I'm sitting there, I'm tapping my feet, I'm not paying attention. The thoughts are coming in faster because I have so much energy.
Yeah.
So for me, movement is really important in order to meditate. I was not able to meditate well until I started implementing a morning routine of movement and then going into meditation, and that helped me.
It's wonderful. Know yourself. You know, we're all different. And so, take tips. What works for one person may not work for another person. Right? So thank you all for sharing. For sure. Tai Chi. Exactly. Yes, Tai Chi is meditation in motion.
Dance is big too.
Yoga, Pilates, like so many different things we can do. But just add something. Have something in your routine that gives you that moment to sharpen your saw. Okay? And I'll leave you with this affirmation for this portion of our conversation today. I'll say it first and then invite you to say it. Love leads me even when I don't know the way. I trust the wisdom of life and walk forward in faith. Okay? So, love leads me even when I don't know the way. I trust the wisdom of life and walk forward in faith. Yeah. Take that into your week. Trust the wisdom of life. Yeah. All right. And so with that wraps up that portion. Now we'll be sending around our basket. This is our time where we celebrate our abundance and our generosity. And, we are like every other place. We've got electric bills and, all kinds of stuff that we pay for. So that is all. It all happens because of the givingness, the sharing, the generosity of this community. So invite you to say this affirmation along with me. It is the nature of life to give of itself, as it is the tree's nature to bear fruit and the flower's nature to bloom. It is my nature to share the gifts of my time, talent, and treasure. I participate in the divine flow of life, giving generously and receiving abundantly. I am blessed and I am a blessing. I am grateful. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you. The baskets are going around. There's prayer requests in there if anyone has anything that is especially challenging for them this week, this month. Need a little extra prayer support. Myself and our wonderful practitioners and Reverend pray on those and just hold the truth for you, and knowing that every one of these circumstances is already resolving, that it already has a solution. And now we know that we have the clarity and the strength to follow through on whatever those solutions are, right? We all affirm that together? For ourselves and for each other, right? We hold that truth for everyone. Yes, sorry, the text to tie. Lots of ways that we can give. Yes, there's the QR code, and that phone number, once it's in your phone, once you set it up, it goes your bank account to our bank account, and it's real easy. You just put the amount of money you want to get in, and it just hit send, and it's done. Deal. Yes, and Zelle is direct. Yeah, and it's great. We love it for bookkeeping, right? Technology, in some ways, has made our lives so much easier around here. It's wonderful. All right, so we got it. All right, so we'll go ahead and just give thanks. So I'll take this moment just breathing the presence, that power and presence that runs in and around and through all things, all knowing, all powerful, everywhere present. You and I, we are all a part of that. And so I just give thanks. I give thanks for today. I give thanks for each and every one that is here, for all those that are watching later, knowing that everything is unfolding in its perfect and right divine order. And that whatever doubts, whatever uncertainty, whatever challenges we may be going through, that those are resolved for the highest and best of each and every one. I know that calm and peace and wisdom and loving compassion are the truth of who we are. And so as we get our bloated nothingness out of the way, that is what is revealed, and that is what radiates from each and every one of us. And so I give thanks for this time. I give thanks for the seeds that have been planted here, and I give thanks for each and every one as we walk out the door here today, being emissaries of this place and emissaries of spirit, and bringing that loving kindness wherever we go. And I release these words with joy and gratitude, knowing it's already done. And so it is. All right. So any other announcements? Anything else? Oh, yes. Thank you, Rich. Outside, the little lanai area, there's some things that we're just giving away. We're clearing out our space. There's a bookcase out there, and there's all kinds of little goodies. So feel free. Just take what you want. Whatever you don't take is going to go to Goodwill, I believe. Yes? Yes. Wherever it's going, I don't know. It's going somewhere. It's not staying here. So we are. Go back and check out what's outside the hub space. Now that we cleared some things out in the from the back rooms, it's looking really nice. Our hub space is coming together beautifully, and just super excited. Aubrey, you've got a workshop coming up. We didn't mention. You want to say anything about it real quick? Not to put you on the spot, but you know. Awesome.
May 16th, that's a Saturday, so not this upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after. I'm hosting a nutrition and whole body wellness workshop here at the Hub. I like to talk about nutrition, but I don't talk about it in a way that's like diets or restriction. A little bit about my story is I have been through dialysis, blindness, and an amputation from type 1 diabetes. And I learned the hard way how to take care of myself. So I like to impart some of that knowledge. And one of my meditations that I teach is a gratitude meditation. So that's at the end of the workshop. The tickets are $20, but I love the idea of bartering or just giving what you can. So I don't want anyone not to come because of money. So if you need help with that, just let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That's going to be a big day, too. We've got another event happening with mantras, and I forget the name of the folks that are coming, but be on the lookout for the newsletter. All the events are in there. We've got a big month, big summer coming up. So one more thing, Donna, and then we'll do our closing blessing.
And if you're someone who is curious about natural health and wellness, we have another trip going to Jamaica in July. So if you're one that wants to go to Jamaica and you want to go with people who can plug you into the diaspora experience, which is a little bit of tourists, a little bit of yachty, come see us and we'll talk to you about it. We're going in Reggae Month.
Awesome. All right. And with that, our closing blessing all together. Spirit lives, moves, and breathes as us in a wise and loving universe. May we go forth guided, protected, and free, trusting love, trusting life, knowing all is unfolding perfectly. And so it is. Have a fabulous week, everyone. Practice, practice, practice. Ooh. It's a little more chocolate.